Chapter 125. Seduced. After dinner, Ava took a walk around the campus. It had only been 3 years since graduation, yet stepping onto campus again made her feel strangely disoriented. She'd been very busy during college and rarely had moments like this to stroll along the campus paths. Jujun had offered to walk around with her, but after receiving a call from her mother-in-law, she'd hurriedly left. As dusk fell, the campus streetlights lit up one by one. "Mr. Pierce, there's a dinner gathering later. Do you have time to join us?" The university president's voice sounded nearby, but Adrian's gaze had stopped on a cream-colored figure in the distance. He paused, his lips curving. "My wife is here to pick me up, so I probably don't have time." The president and another school administrator followed Adrian's gaze and saw Ava receiving an ice cream cone from a vendor. She took the cone with a smile, her eyes crinkling as she thanked the vendor. When she turned around, her skirt swayed slightly. She looked both sweet and gentle. "Mr. Pierce is married?" The president recognized Ava immediately. No wonder Adrian had donated so much to their school and insisted the dance studios be completely renovated. It was because he'd married a famous ballet dancer. Just recently, everyone congratulated Adrian in turn and asked about the wedding. Adrian: "My wife has been quite busy these past few days. We haven't settled on a date yet. Once we do, I'll send you all invitations." Logan Brooks couldn't help but roll his eyes internally. Ever since Adrian returned to work today, he'd been seizing every opportunity to mention he'd gotten married, even when no one asked. What a show-off. "Assistant Brooks, please see the president and the others out." Well then, time to shoo away the third wheels. Logan politely escorted the school administrators away, leaving Adrian alone. Ava licked her ice cream cone, her heart full of guilt. She swore this would be the only time she ate one this year. She could resist in summer, but as the weather got colder, she'd gotten greedy. "Ava!" A male voice penetrated through the noisy surroundings, though she couldn't quite make it out clearly. Ava looked up to find the source. When she saw Adrian, she instinctively hid the ice cream cone behind her back. She'd previously sworn to him she never ate this kind of junk food. Great. Her persona was ruined. "Adrian, what are you doing here?" Ava walked up to Adrian, steeling herself. "I followed you here." Adrian's gaze fell on the hand Ava had hidden behind her back. "Your ice cream is melting." Ava's pupils contracted slightly. Her eyes darted around before she smiled. "I just ran into a fan. She insisted on buying it for me. I couldn't refuse." She spoke earnestly, as if it were completely true. Adrian raised an eyebrow and hummed in acknowledgement. "Go ahead and eat it." Ava hooked her arm through Adrian's. "Adrian, I have nothing to wear." Ava looked down at her coat, frantically hinting that Adrian should give her his supplementary card. Last time she'd wanted to ask Adrian for it when they got back. But there'd been a small accident. That delay had turned into 3 days. "The latest winter collection is already in the closet. Didn't you see it?" Adrian's lips pressed together lightly, his voice low with a hint of laziness. Ava pouted. Why wasn't he getting the hint today? Of course she'd seen that wall of winter clothes. Sure, she had money, but who didn't like spending someone else's? "Adrian, I don't have any money to spend." Ava blinked her eyes. She was just short of saying, "Give me your supplementary card," outright. Adrian acted as if he didn't understand, only drawing out a long "oh." Suddenly, someone bumped hard into Ava's shoulder. The ice cream cone in her hand nearly slipped. Sorry. Ava shook her head with a smile. "It's fine. Just be more careful walking next time so you don't fall." The female student felt even more ashamed and apologized twice more. "My friend is going to confess his feelings. I'm helping him carry things, so I was in a hurry. I'll definitely be more careful next time." Only then did Ava notice the red box in her hands. Out of curiosity, she asked about it. Apparently, someone was confessing their feelings at the track field tonight. Ava had seen similar videos online before. Though many people had pursued her, no one had ever confessed to her so grandly, because she didn't like people pursuing her too openly. Normally, she might not be interested, but perhaps because she was on campus today, she felt a bit affected by the atmosphere. "Adrian, let's go watch too." Ava finished the ice cream cone in one bite, tossed the wrapper into a nearby trash can, and shook Adrian's arm. Adrian showed no reaction, so Ava simply pulled him toward the track field. They walked around the campus's inner street to the outside of the gymnasium. They descended the stairs on one side underneath the gym into the track field. String lights were hung everywhere on the field. In the center of the lawn, roses were arranged in a large heart shape. String lights were wound around the roses, pale yellow lights blinking on and off. Next to it were drums and an electronic keyboard. Ava marveled internally at how leisurely today's students were. To think a confession could be this grand. She held Adrian's arm as they stood at the edge of the crowd. As the female lead was pushed onto the scene by her friends, the performance began. Students who'd come to watch surrounded the protagonists in a circle. Ava patted Adrian. "Pick me up. I can't see. I've never seen you this nosy before." The man's helpless voice carried a faint indulgence. He bent down slightly, held Ava's legs, and lifted her up. Instantly, Ava's view became much clearer. Inside the heart-shaped flower circle, the female lead was holding a bouquet of pink roses, staring intently at the boy playing guitar. Tears glimmered in her eyes. The outcome of this confession became immediately clear, but she still watched the entire performance. And then she watched as the boy who'd just been playing drums gradually walked into the heart-shaped flower circle. Ava's expression became somewhat dazed. It seemed she'd mistaken the male lead. The boy who'd been playing drums now knelt on one knee, gently holding the girl's hand. His eyes were full of the person before him, but the girl's gaze kept drifting toward the outside of the circle, as if waiting for the guitar-playing boy to make a statement. The guitar-playing boy turned his head away, avoiding the girl's gaze. The girl bit her lip. In the end, she accepted the boy's confession. Ava was shocked. So the female lead's tears weren't tears of joy. They were tears of sadness. She'd misjudged. What a melodramatic love triangle. She patted Adrian to let her down. Before Ava could withdraw her gaze, she felt something soft on her lips. Her eyes widened in alarm. "Adrian, we're outside!" What if someone recognized her? After all, it hadn't been long since Adrian broke off his engagement with Grace. If news broke now about her being with Adrian, it wouldn't be good for her image. "Can't kiss you outside?" The man's voice was low and drawn out, the tail end carrying an indescribable sexiness. As if possessed, Ava leaned over and kissed Adrian's lips again. Only after the kiss did she react. She'd been seduced.